And then... yeah, for some reason I was gonna say, our clothes are gonna be totally fine after this, and then, no, they're not! They actually made the effort to do that. Yeah, we killed some, well, I mean, we actually got rid of some of its parasites for it, so it really should thank us. Besides, we also have, you know, that Homo Theos that's also dead. It had an undigested fish in its stomach, I guess.
No.
Yeah, he told us the sandworms would be asleep during the sand flash, but...
Wait.
Either he didn't know about the human sandworm, or something weird's going on, and we're gonna have words with Morris when we get back. Maybe Zorba wasn't the only evil Scotsman we'd deal with. But yes, now we have finally discovered the lair of Heismay.
So.
And all we had to do was get ejected out of the anus of a sandworm to reach it. So, the music here, I believe it is totally unique. And you never get to come back to this place either. This is a one-time dungeon too, and I mean, dungeon's a very big stretch to call it that, but like, still. Probably the most underrated tracks in this game then, because I want to say you never hear this song again after this part of the story. Also, weather. So, the tip we got was complete bogus. Sand Flash is totally bad. It does not put monsters to sleep, it enrages them.
It's all well.
But also we get to talk to you.
Sure, but...
When it's like this, monsters go berserk. But we've got a good amount of, well, a decent amount of things to sell off, and now we can... Yeah, you can buy some of these things. Oh, finally we get Forget Cures. I don't know why it took so long for them to sell Forget Cures. I'm getting 10 of them just because I've been suffering from that surprisingly often in certain fights. We can also buy Fairy Dust here. For an area healing item, it's not bad to have some of those for emergencies, even if it's a pretty weak heal.
Look forward to doing.
And also Mora's here. We can regale him of the tale of the sandworm butt incident and hope that he never ever writes a book about it.
Yeesh.
Yes, we must punish him for making us get buttered. Welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio. Last time, we got to the anus. And now, there will be no more anus jokes, hopefully, as we move on to finally confront and apprehend the nefarious evil criminal Heismay. Let's go. So, this is Heismay's cave. It's honestly kind of pretty. And it looks like there's a dead variant of the Homo Butera in here. So there was more than one.
Look.
An underground lake with a hut.
However,
Yeah, you'd think there'd be a whole bunch of children in here in need of rescuing. Yeah.
Well,
And them all being dead wouldn't benefit him at all. So, we're about to discover what it means to fight during a sand flash, and hint, it's not good. When you enter a dungeon when the weather is bad, enemies become stronger. Stronger enemies will grant more experience, but you will not receive a turn icon bonus when striking your weakness. And the screenshot there spoils these things are weak to Pierce, so I think I'm going to actually go back to Gunners soon.
They're weak to darkness.
They will still take more damage from their weaknesses, in this case Wind, Pierce, and Darkness, of which I don't think Hulkenberg has any of right now. But I can go for the stab here. Yeah, no extra press turn. So let's go for a round slash instead. Yeah, there you go. Pretty strong damage, and doesn't need to worry about that whole, you know, weakness thing. So they are worth more in terms of experience and I think other rewards, but see, my main issue with the weather mechanic is that any time that a gimmick of a game is to take away one of its core mechanics, like in this case, taking away the press turn system, particularly something just so iconic and emblematic of this franchise, it does honestly feel a bit like, I don't know, it's not particularly, like, enjoyable. It's like this gimmick makes the game less fun. It's meant to be a risk-reward thing, but, like, ultimately what it actually does is robs the battle system of, again, what makes it fun. And that's not really the best thing to do for a mechanic in an RPG, so I don't like having to fight during bad weather. The good news is, from now on, you can actually pay a scryer in town to tell you the weather forecast for the next few days, thereby making sure that you don't go in under bad weather. And I promised that I would switch to Gunner, not only because it is good against a lot of these enemies, but also because I get to show off my new Scorpion Sting, and also because it has the weakness on a lot of these enemies. I think I actually will continue to level Warrior on Stroll, though. I'd like to get Swordmaster. So yeah, if you're close up to a target, you can just bonk it with your crossbow as a gunner instead of shooting it. Yeah, even Sleep Shot is doing that much damage. But yeah, just generally strong attacks are good. If you have a strong attack that also happens to hit their weakness, that's good. I mean, you could theoretically have Magic Seeker by this point, and it's got some very good wind skills. These Rotting Bones are actually good for selling, and I know that because the speedrun explicitly goes out of its way to get them. Can I kill this? So, I'm gonna stun it, and then... This is why you don't skimp on mages, even when you've got a strength build. Oh no. We don't get press turns for hitting its weakness. I think we're doomed to not win this. I can try Blizzard, but that's probably not going to finish it off. Yeah, it's going to go. I mean, I suppose you could try and peel a Stone Cleaver that, but yeah. You do want to grab that Blessed Water, though. Okay, you know what? Right now, Hulkenberg, I think, needs Knight more than she does Mage. Because we're going to be fighting an enemy that's going to be a little more, more physically inclined. I'm kind of annoyed at myself for not realizing the weather thing, but yeah, that's why just the weather system is just kind of annoying. But like I said, the main point of weather is that you avoid it. You're not meant to go to places when there is bad weather, and that is exemplified by the story right now, because we seem to have been fed bad information.
That should be it. We don't know what's lurking inside. Stay vigilant, everyone.
Tracks. Something small crawled here.
Probably the larvae of the giant sandworms, right? This place is bound to be chock full of them. Maybe what happened is that people mistook the human for some subspecies of the sandworms. Not that they're anything alike.
Aside from the fact they're both big worms that eat things.
Ugh. Even the memory of being eaten puts a twinge in my nose. I'd rather it stay numb.
Stop fussing over a smell. You'll attract the enemy.
I just heard something. It can't be.
I guess we already did.
Gallica, which way is the sound coming from?
Shh! Be quiet! No, they're footsteps. Someone's coming this way.
Keep your guard up.
Who's he?
It's coming back!
How do you know where it's hiding?
the man we seek.
Name yourselves.
You mean this is Heismay?
I didn't expect a chief.
He's a chief.
Never seen one in the flesh. We're but another lesser tribe the city dwellers don't care for.
We owe you a debt, it seems.
So yeah, turns out Heismay is a bat ninja.
A Knight of the Crown, are you? Is that why you knew my name?
And he also has an incredible voice actor. I have to shout out Philippe Spall for his performance as Heismay. He seems to have been a complete unknown before this game, and for a time, he was #1 on Behind the Voice Actors after this game came out. He was that praised. Just, the voice he gives Heismay is very unique. The VA is actually French, and you can hear a bit of that in his accent, but it's just very it's such a unique sound to me.
Or perhaps you know it from the wanted posters.
Also, we can now confirm, this criminal does not have a big head.
Both, actually.
I flee to the furthest depths, and still they pursue me.
Where are the people you kidnapped?
What are you talking about? Suppose there's no point standing around chatting with someone after my head.
That weapon. So he truly was part of the Shadow Guard.
Shadow Guard?
Eyes front. He's a knight to be reckoned with.
Here I come! I'll not be anyone's captive without a fight. I'll have to provide some less delicate discouragement. No hard feelings. I was saving this.
Huh? There's more Heismays?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 4 of him.
Push me this far. I did not give you enough credit. But against my mirage arts, your strength means nothing.
Have your back!
Oh, that's activated for the first time. Nice. So yeah, that was protecting Will from hitting the gunner weakness. If only she'd done that during the... Oh, I guess most of the slash attacks against that Goblin King were AoE, but still. So, Heismay specifically avoids taking down the protagonist unless you push him very, very, very far. Also, he has a bunch of clones, and I'm just gonna let Stroll be the dummy for this. I guess he can be in the back row for this. If you attack one of the clones, it is considered a nulled attack. In fact, it takes away all your press turns. He can also lower your evade rate by 2 stages. And all of his clones get a chance to attack as well. They don't do much damage, though. Yeah. However, like many battles against an enemy who has clones, there's a trick to it.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
But for his actual stats, Heismay has no weaknesses, and he is fairly evasive. However, I have Masu Kaja as a synthesis skill on Gunner, so let's go for that. That's going to counteract one of the debuffs.
Let us clean up this mess.
But the trick to this is that the real Heismay is the one that has a shadow.
Was luck on your side? Or perhaps, no matter. I can't back down either way. Here I come.
His last name is fitting because he uses the same trick as Ongyorki from Nocturne.
Allow me to use this.
So he will use up one of his press turns on making clones, but as long as you know where the original is, then it's really not going to be that much of a problem. The problem is we are still agility debuffed.
It's okay. We can do
But okay. I kind of want to just try to poison shot him. Oh, good. Okay, good. Nice crit. You can still crit him, and that's useful. But let's just Knight's Proclamation Hulkenberg, because he's going to waste his turn setting up the clones again next turn. Okay, got the full 4 hits from Slicer, not bad.
No common cell swords, are you? This should work.
Really? We've already figured out how to get around your clone art. Okay.
Maybe not.
We are still -1 agility, so... If I do this, he's probably just going to go for the sand again.
Maybe there's a better choice.
Maybe there's a better choice? Is there? Well, let's hope this is the better choice. It was the better choice. We got another crit. Night Proclamation again, just to be safe. And slicey slicey. Okay, finally got the miss there.
I was saving this.
One more good gunner attack should finish this, though. And we're back on our debuff, so let's go poison shot.
Most impressive. You've some grand cause to fight for, I'm sure. But I have my own. I've no intention of being so easily snared.
So you don't have to reduce his HP to 0, you just have to get him down to about a quarter.
Where'd he go? He disappeared just like that.
He used the ancient ninja art of not telling you what he was doing.
Even wholly surrounded, too. It is bad enough that he's skilled, but we have an environmental disadvantage here.
But the very first thing he did was save us from a human, right?
So it seemed. Had he not stepped in, he'd be rid of us, and not have to bother exposing himself. A passing strange choice for a supposed amoral scoundrel.
It seems like something is rotten in the town of Martira. All of our info we're getting seems to be wrong.
Oh, we don't know anything for sure yet. Worth noting that the petrification magic didn't kick in either, I suppose.
Our names still mean nothing then. The people's support is not yet strong enough to protect us. 'Tis frustrating, but we must press on.
The magic wouldn't really affect humans anyway, and...
Should we investigate the hut in the meantime? Maybe we'll find some clues about the kidnappings.
Good plan. Let's take a look first.
Ah yes, the downside of ninjas smokeballing themselves away, we get to ransack their house! Again, just this music is just such a weird, underrated song
Let's do
that
it.
you just almost never hear.
Doesn't it seem like...
What did we just get in the memorandum? Oh, Ujif tribe. Small in stature with bat-like wings and ears. Due to their singular appearance, I guess that means like unique or easily distinguishable appearance, and low population, as well as their strong night vision derived from their nocturnal nature and keen hearing. It's not uncommon for them to be perceived as unnerving, and they often become targets of discrimination, like basically everyone who isn't a Clamar or a Rusant. Most Ujif live modest lives at the bottom of the social hierarchy with few positions of status, so the fact that he used to be a shadow guard is actually pretty notable. With their natural agility, some are able to make a living as warriors. Most Ujif, however, prefer farming to hunting, making them a tribe that is warm in nature and values harmony. The flip side of this is that they are often indecisive, second-guessing themselves out of concern for what others want. I feel like I can relate there. This has lowered their relative status in the world. Ujif comes from the Japanese Yuju Fudan, which means indecisive. That is one very impressive medal. It's also a pretty big one. I feel like around his neck that'd like take up his entire chest area.
The truth is...
I get it now.
Even so...
I mean, I suppose it makes them better ninjas at least, and yes, we now unlock Shadow Guard. That one's unavoidable. One of the two divisions of knights that make up the royal order that serves the crown. New members of the Holy Order are announced publicly and thus are required to not only excel martially, but also maintain traditional appearances, in air quotes, for ceremonies and other rites. The result, unofficial tribal discrimination is rampant, with most knights coming from Kulmar. Shadow Guard are not publicly announced and relegated to less savory tasks, common for knights to try as far removed from Kulmar in appearance, or standing to be assigned to the Shadow Guard by default. As this means knights are more explicitly chosen for strength and skill rather than prestige, some say the knights of the Shadow Guard tend to be more capable than those in the Holy Guard. Interesting. They are also basically ninjas.
What the what?
What the what? Yes, exactly, Gallica, what the what? Gallica is doing her best Josh Yepsen impression. You wouldn't think that a lot of Ujif in this world get a good education.
Mayhap.
Well, yeah, but remember that Zorba also was kind of benign until he fully went crazy, so you can't always judge.
Indeed.
Hey,
It does seem like it's kind of almost like it's designed to not make a sound. Okay, so before anything else, I'm going to switch you back over to Warrior, because we do have another fight that's coming up, and I don't want slash weaknesses. Yeah, exactly. Don't do that. That looks like a funeral urn. So yeah, the Ujif have a tribal custom of cremating their dead. And we know that Sanctism frowns upon any forms of burial that aren't their tradition.
And so,
Ah, that's understandable.
So apparently,
Yeah, like, Stroll's being kind of practical here. We're really not sure exactly what kind of person this guy is, although there is a lot of evidence that he is definitely not the remorseless criminal that the town says.
no.
We need a way of countering Heismay's agility. Maybe some kind of Dekunda to get rid of her debuffs, or a way to buff her own agility? Okay, this is awful. No, don't ever do that.
if so,
hang on a second.
That is true. That'd be one of those, we can't outrun, we don't need to outrun the human, we just need to outrun you situations on his end. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's to dampen noise.
aha. Hey,
Yeah, the memorandum's coming in clutch. Does say that Ujif have sensitive hearing.
I see.
Then
nice.
Oh, I would not want to be Heismay right now. This sounds really painful. I think I personally have kind of sensitive hearing. It's sort of kind of an autism spectrum thing.
Right then, let's get this plan underway.
But now, one of the funniest scenes in the game.
Heismay, come out!
Show yourself!
wow, that's some crazy echo.
Kind of nice getting to let loose. As long as I'm yelling anyway. Louise! You think you're so bloody untouchable, you bastard?
Hey! Big ugly sandwormy human thing! Even Hulkenberg wouldn't eat you!
Gasp! Rejected by Hulkenberg! The ravenous, all-devouring she-beast of the Knight's Order!
I think, this didn't mask the sound as much as you were hoping. Also, this right here, if anyone, people have been saying this in the comments already, this is where it comes from.
Is this what we've come to? Saying whatever's on our minds? Well, so be it. Danica, the sound of your wings keeps me up at night. Stroll, you think you're so smart.
I like how he has nothing to say about Hulkenberg.
Gallica, please be nicer to me!
Hey! I'm your fairy guide, not your fairy godmother. We're on a mission here.
Ah! Enough! Stop this infernal din! What do you think would happen if that monster showed up without my ears working? You'd all be dead. Is this blasted bounty that important to you?
Here's our guest of honor at last. It was never about the money. Children are missing. We can't just ignore a kidnapper.
Kidnapper? I see now. As you were saying before, they've named me a kidnapper. A monster preying on children.
If the charges are false, I would hear it. In truth, even I've come to doubt the allegations.
And why is that, Lady Knight?
You've lost a child yourself, haven't you? I cannot imagine a parent who has endured such pain would kidnap children, much less sell them off.
Hold on. I can't trust a man who does nothing but flee the people responsible for my home burning. Zorba, who forced the dead to fight on his behalf. Anyone who can't face reality themselves is capable of any low.
True enough. If we lived in a world where words alone proved us just, I'd not be living in this infernal cave. I'm sorry, but I won't go to the gallows before I've even honored my son's death. If you'll not leave me be, then we decide this another way.
So you're finally ready to fight us properly.
Draw steel. If I'm to take your life, I'll not do it from the shadows. But if you refuse to retreat, then ready your blades.
We'll make you talk.
Yes, we shall have the truth from you.
Here I come.
So, Heismay Round 2 is basically the exact same as Heismay Round 1. Aha! I have that accessory equipped. I didn't actually mean to have that accessory equipped, but I automatically equipped it, and that's really good. That's why I said to get that from the sandworm's insides.
He's not getting away this time.
Okay, I think it's that Heismay that's the one.
After me!
Let's actually go for a bamboo splitter. Don't think I've actually shown this animation before, too. Okay, yeah, that's...
So, you saw through my illusion. Even so...
Less damage than I expected, but oh well. Oh right, we haven't been healed yet. Let's Night Proclamation. It's not gonna help if... Okay, not summoning clones this time. That is fine. Okay then. So now, let's see. Let's go for Slicer on you.
You think yourself equal to a Ujief's agility?
Warrior!
Ah, yes, that line. That line. That's famous line. And, you're gonna go... Yeah, you're gonna go... Nope, not Ice. Night Proclamation again. Yeah, that again. In speedruns, you really just don't want him to use that, because it's just like... It's one of these fights that's just like the Homo Theos. It's not, like, super difficult, it's just annoying. You do have to reduce his HP to 0 this time, though. So, Slicer? Okay, I actually hit that time, nice. Gets rid of the clones, and you are gonna actually jump back, pass, and I gotta debuff your defense with this. Provided that doesn't happen, I had a feeling that would miss, but oh well.
Please.
Just go for regular attacks, though, is mostly fine. Slicer, okay, hit that time, good. I don't think I actually need to, go for the defense debuff. And rip, okay. Okay, yeah, my agility can't go any lower than that. I'm down to -3. And I probably need to use some, expensive medicine on Stroll. Okay, right. This could be rough, but he's almost down. Of course, I only got 2 hits that time. And he's down! There we go!
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess?
Sand silk gloves and a spell. Oh, I probably should use my incenses. I found a few of them in the worm.
I shall strive to use this power wisely. You show splendid growth.
Okay, yeah, this is not exactly the kind of skill that you'd want in that fight. For once, I'm not suffering that Atlas curse of, you know, you learn the thing that would have been useful right afterwards. Oh, synchronized, levels on the bros there.
How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
And also, you have to go back and forth between the town and the sandworms without a runner, and like, it's just the logistics of it don't make sense.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Oh, I don't know! Why would anybody pin such horrors on an innocent man of one of the lesser tribes? Oh.
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A UG drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me?
He's still a disgraced knight, though. Why?
They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives.
So yeah, I don't have proof of this, but allegedly his AI avoids killing the protagonist specifically.
Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
In truth, every word further suggests to me he is innocent. That being said, it is also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully.
Yeah, we've met people in the town who have had relatives kidnapped. It's clear that this is not just a fake crime. There is legitimately something going on.
It was the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
And she was the one who promised to support us in our run for the throne if we brought in Heismay.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying.
And it doesn't sound like Heismay's lying, so,
Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason. They went to such lengths to place the request.
And the request was all the way in Grand Trad. If they wanted to get rid of us specifically, like, that also doesn't make a lot of sense.
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains.
That's a reasonable way to handle things.
What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
Ugh, don't remind me.
And so we all retired and had showers.